Oh yeah!
As of the 29th of September, 2020, the Plants vs. Zombies games may no longer receive support from PopCap, due to BFN being a massive failure. On this day we even lost Ranked Battle Arena, which was a great addition to the game. Many people left the games knowing there will be no more updates in the future. Over the past 3 years we have gotten no signs that anything new will ever happen. The shooters as of right now are cold and dormant, but will soon become a hell in future. This may mean we may be ever so closer to the end of the online servers. As we know, Garden Warfare 3 is far from being possible, and when will the games lose their online features and suffer the same fate as the other games owned by EA? Well, I may have an answer that you may want to hear. EA may have not shut down the older consoles that Garden Warfare 1 is on, the being PS3 and Xbox 360, but it could definitely happen in the future, as EA has been shutting down a few of their older titles such as Medal for Honor, which is indeed an old and dead video game and franchise it comes from is dead. This game must have a lot in common with PvZ, except the only thing dividing these two are release dates. Garden Warfare came out 2 years after Medal for Honor. But there is also one key detail that the last gen PvZ shooters have. They have a higher player count at a whopping 350 plus players online on PS3 and Xbox 360 combined. Now, I'm no expert, but Battlefield 3 is still up and running, with only 60 players online, which is absolutely horrible for an EA game, and it is 3 years older than Garden Warfare 1. With all of this information, Garden Warfare 1 should be one of the last games on older consoles that EA will shut down, simply because it is a relatively new PS3 and Xbox 360 title and it is still quite active for its time. There is still a chance that the plug will be pulled on the game. EA just wants to kill their PS3 and 360 games. With all of our gathered information, we can expect the servers for the PS3 and 360 Garden Warfare to shut down sometime in the year 2027 at the latest due to players' inactivity with the game, and at the earliest possible at 2024. EA has a tradition for shutting down old console games. In the next chapter we will be taking a look at the modern Garden Warfare shooters. I am fully aware that the new release of Garden Warfare 1 is almost the same date as the old console release, and although this game may have a bigger fanbase on PS4 and Xbox surrounding it because it's more accessible, the player base is almost the same because PS3, 360 players don't need to pay for subscriptions for online features for the game. So this PS4 version and Xbox One version of Garden Warfare 1 may shut down at the same time as the last Gen 4, being identically the same game with the same statistics. Garden Warfare 2, however, is rather unclear, because within the last year the servers have obviously been decaying with the Ruck's disappearance, and just under 2 weeks ago the servers have gotten really bad. People lost variants, lost the ability to rank up, and the models were completely broken. People say this was happening after leaving Lawnathon. Even myself caught this bug, but it disappeared after the town hall closed. It is safe to say that the town hall is infected with this weird bug. EA has been trying to work a fix after players sent numerous reports. This shows EA hasn't fully left us. EA did increase Rux's timer by 50 hours for some strange reason. I think they did this so it takes Rux longer to cycle through his items and explode again. When it happens again, EA will probably not do anything to fix him, with EA showing that they still care for our experience. It is a bit tricky to say when they will shut GW2 down. If my opinion goes to plan and Rux does explode again with the devs not fixing him, then the EA protocol will fall in line. PvZ at its earliest will shut down its online services in the year 2026 because EA doesn't like keeping old games around, or it will close in 2028 due to inactivity of the community. Battle for Neighborville is the reason why the franchise is down in the dump. For the 3 whole years this newest installment has had no changes. So how long will it take for this game to eventually shut down online services? In 2021 they gave BFN a Switch port which gives the servers a higher service expectancy. The game also is in good condition since game-breaking bugs haven't ruined the game yet, other than the Wizard soft lock glitch. Brainium Basher was never nerfed. The roster is unbalanced and this game is just filled with toxicity. Those are reasons why players might leave the game. We the community adapted to these horrible changes. Today the player count has remained steady since October of 2020. BFN was built to rotate around every year. But because it exceeds 900 concurrent players worldwide, less than the last 2 games, it may have a shorter lifespan. The game's closure would happen at the same time as Garden Warfare 2. This time BFN will most indefinitely have no more players. And the online services will shut down for every single PvZ game. By some miracle they will give BFN more time for just being the newer title. But that's just hoping. There is still one way we can still play PvZ if anyone was still around at the end of all 3 shooters. As of right now there is absolutely no way to play Garden Warfare 1 or 2 and BFN offline. You are always connected to EA servers unless you're playing on a Nintendo Switch. If you're playing on Nintendo Switch there is actually an option that allows you to play without the EA servers. You'll only be able to play with AI and on story mode, but you'll be able to play at the very least. Once servers permanently shut down on all the shooters you'll still be able to play on your Switch. The Switch version also isn't just a crappy port, but instead gives you access to all the prize maps, gives you access to all legendary upgrades for only coins, and you can spend money on rucks without using mommy's credit card. Mr. Reward Otron cost 15,000 coins. It's just overall a play to win version of the game. Only problem is they might remove the game of the store when it shuts down, so I'd buy it now. In conclusion, the PvZ shooters will eventually shut down and there is only one way that this can be reverted. The way this can be done is another game is made, but as of right now the most likely date for each PvZ shooter game to close down is PvZ Garden Warfare 2026, PvZ Garden Warfare 2, 2028, PvZ Battle for Neighborville 2028. I hope PvZ makes a comeback eventually, but that moment's too long gone and this game will never return to its glory. Thank you for watching. Have fun.